The Wyoming plains stretched endlessly under a sky bruised with the colors of dusk, amber bleeding into violet, with streaks of gold clinging to the horizon. Caleb Kane, a cowboy of 32, rode his mare, Dusty, along the worn trail that skirted the Double R Ranch. His weathered Stetson shaded eyes that had seen too many solitary sunsets, and his calloused hands held the reins with a quiet, practiced strength. The ranch wasn't his, it belonged to Old Man Reynolds, a gruff but fair widower who'd hired Caleb a decade ago. Caleb's life was simple: mend fences, herd cattle, sleep under the stars when the nights were warm. His heart, though, was a guarded thing, walled off by years of loss and a bone-deep belief that some men were meant to walk alone. The land was his only constant, its vastness a mirror to the emptiness he carried but never spoke of. 10 years earlier, when Caleb was just 22 and new to the Double R, he'd met Lila Mae Reynolds, the rancher's granddaughter. She was 10 years old then, a wiry bundle of energy with auburn pigtails and a grin that could light up the gloomiest day. Lila Mae had been visiting her grandfather for the summer, her parents back in Cheyenne preoccupied with their mercantile business. She'd taken to following Caleb everywhere, her small boots kicking up dust as she peppered him with questions. "Why do you always ride that horse, Caleb? Don't she get tired? How come you don't smile much? Ain't you ever gonna get married?" He'd answer patiently, or as patiently as a young man with a guarded heart could manage, amused by her persistence. She was a spark in his otherwise quiet days, a child who saw no difference between a hired hand and a hero. One evening, as the summer of 1885 waned, Caleb and Lila Mae sat on the sagging porch of the ranch house, watching the stars prick through the deepening blue. The air smelled of sagebrush and cooling earth, and the crickets sang a lonesome tune. Lila Mae, her knees drawn up under her calico dress, had been unusually quiet, her small hands twisting a blade of grass. Caleb, whittling a stick into nothing, glanced at her. "What's got you so thoughtful, kid?" he asked, his voice low and rough from a day of shouting orders to the cattle. She looked up at him, her green eyes catching the last of the twilight. "You're lonely, Caleb," she said, matter of fact, as if she'd studied him long enough to know. "You work all day, and you don't talk much, and you always look like you're missin' somethin'. Ain't right for a fella as nice as you to be so lonesome." Caleb chuckled, a rare sound that felt foreign in his throat. "I'm fine, Lila Mae. Ain't everybody needs a crowd?" She shook her head, stubborn as a mule. "Nope. You need someone to look after you. And I decided it's gonna be me." She sat up straighter, her small chin jutting out with determination. "I'll marry you when I'm old enough, Caleb Kane. I swear it." He froze, the knife still in his hand, and looked at her. Her F.A.